Thank you, everyone, for continuing to participate in class. It's really nice to hear you guys' questions during class and all that kind of good stuff. Let me get started here. My name is Ashley Martin, and my affirmation argument will be on whether or not juveniles should be tried as adults for first-degree murder. Juveniles charged as adults for heinous crimes is something that our judicial system in America has to face. There is an epidemic in our lower income communities of at-risk youth causing life-threatening crimes. I affirm that persons under the age of 18 should be tried as adults. It is proven that underage offenders are more likely to offend again as adults. In 2017, Journal of Criminal Psychology, Volume 7, Issue 2, Chad Trulson and John Caudill state that a large cohort of juvenile homicide offenders practice recidivism within 3 years following their release from institutional facilities. A quote from their study also states, logistic regression revealed that longer lengths of incarceration were associated with decreased odds of recidivism. We can contain and monitor these criminals better when they are under the surveillance of the prison system. Those that were incarcerated as youths are more likely to offend again as adults. The only way to contain this behavior and prevent their offenses is in public is to lock them up for full-term adult sentences. Juveniles with a history of physical and mental abuse, alcohol and drug abuse, or mental illnesses are more likely to continue the cycle of perpetuating immense crimes. These youth, who are most likely struggling with inadequate education and finances, know nothing but the streets and crime. In the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, published in 2017 in Volume 14, Issue 2, Michael Blagvio and Kevin Wolf proclaim where homicide perpetuated by juveniles is relatively rare occurrence. Between 2010 and 2014, approximately 7 to 8% of all murders involve juvenile offenders. Their extensive study of nearly 6,000 juvenile offenders looked at how many of these young people with unfortunate living conditions were likely to be repeat offenders after release, and how many of those repeat offenders ended up being charged with homicide before the age of 18. Many ended up charged with another crime, and some among those were accused of some sort of homicide charge as well. To take a life or to commit a crime is an act against our social regulations. According to Brought Back to Life from Suffolk University Law Review, Volume 49, Issue 1, Aaron D. Knight explains that although every juvenile is different in terms of maturity and mental capacity, discretionary life without parole for juvenile murderers does not violate Article 26 as a disproportionate punishment. It is our legal and civic duty to charge those criminals to the fullest extent of the law, to allow them to integrate back into society, back into the neighborhoods that molded their thinking and logic for the criminal behavior in the first place, is a disservice to us all. Charging a juvenile as an adult, especially for murder, is not only chance we have of protecting our communities as a whole. Severely graphic and lethal crimes should be viewed as just that. Recidivism, a legacy of abuse, and the right of the law to protect our society are the reasons in which we should all agree that there is only one way to deal with these deplorable youths. They should face sentence befitting the crime and be charged as adults. Thank you.